Sloss and Humphries on the road.
Muggins and cream and muggins, straight thuggin', living the dream.
That's our intro.
Fucking muggles.
Tickling the clit inside your head that makes you laugh. They said it can't be done.
Are we in the same seats?
That's hack.
Ah, muggles.
Accidental rim job in the park.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Or am I just being cynical?
Muggled it up on fucking Mugglepedia.
Where have you been since 9/11?
What is up, fuckers? It's Cream here. Muggins is, I think, in Australia, and he didn't do a podcast for you, so I am pulling my finger out and saving his ass yet again. But I do have a guest with me. It's Eric Lampere.
Hello.
Yay! Now, this will be an interesting podcast because normally the podcast is me and Kai being horrible to each other, and the fans think we hate each other. Little do they know how much we hate each other. If you thought the amount me and Kai hate each other, welcome to the deep end.
People gather, when we get together in Edinburgh, people gather to see us hate each other.
Yeah.
In fact, we are known on the circuit for having maybe the best rap battle.
Yes.
We've got a fantastic rap battle. I do believe you win.
I did win. I did.
I'm going to say that you win, but that's because I'm an easier target.
You are.
For people
you're fucking
listening.
Hideous.
Well, I don't know if I'm an idiot, but I do have
I didn't
the
say
face.
hideous. I didn't say idiot. I said hideous.
Oh, right. Well, clearly I'm an idiot. Didn't even understand what you said. Oh, words are very difficult.
So, yeah, we did a rap battle, was it 3 festivals ago?
Yeah.
And it was a battle rap, which you dragged me into. I didn't want to do it because I know how vicious I can be. And I warned you, of my viciousness, but you still went ahead with...
But I liked it.
Yeah, it was great fun.
It's a comedy show. I'm not going to get butthurt by what you said. In fact, if people Google, Daniel
if you
Sloss,
type in
Eric
Daniel
Lampere
Sloss, Eric
rap
Lampere battle rap, I recommend
one thing
watching
that annoys me is that the audience get involved. So the audience at one moment says something like Seabiscuit. Go on, Seabiscuit.
Yeah.
I've got very large gums like a horse. And in my head, I was like, Daniel made better jokes.
Yeah, and also I did say I used Seabiscuit in one of my raps. Like, he literally just quotes it back. And also the guy, a comedian called Ro Campbell, who was filming the whole thing, just has the most annoying laugh in the video. Like, it's just all the way through. It's just, it was a great fucking battle rap.
It was great fun.
And we went properly no holds barred. Because you and your missus at the time had just broken up, so I obviously went straight.
It was
for
right. It was absolutely. You were absolutely right to go for it.
But this could also bring us on to you are now happily married, and one of the reasons that you may not be my biggest fan in the world is because someone, let's call him me, hypothetically.
Utter idiot. I already know what you're going to say. You're fucking so stupid.
I was made best man for you, or one of the best men.
Okay, so basically, Daniel, I sort of like him, I guess. I made him best man, and I said, here are the dates for the wedding, and this fucking stupid cunt she doesn't know how a calendar works.
I got the wrong dates for the wedding, and I didn't show up.
Oh, you can get the right dates for Conan. Oh, Conan. Oh, yes, please, Conan. Yes, please.
Well, maybe your wedding should start offering a fee. That's where you're falling short, cunt.
Well, you know what? Joel Dommett, comedian, came.
Did he?
At least I had one amazing comedian.
Yeah,
there.
but he wasn't as famous as he is now. Before then, nobody knew he masturbated. But
now, my goodness.
That's a very interesting question to ask, because you are one of Joel's friends.
Yeah.
One of his oldest friends. Have you watched the video?
Oh no, I haven't.
Have you not?
No.
Joel, watch it now.
We'll watch it later. He told me straight away about it.
See, he told me earlier on in the.
Should we explain for those that don't know?
For those of you that don't know, Joel Dommett is the ridiculously fucking handsome. And
handsome
hilarious
and lovely. I mean,
so nice.
This is what I hate about him. He's so nice.
It's not like with
genuinely,
us where it's like we're cunts.
You deserve death, for example.
Yes.
Right? You like when you die, people aren't going to be surprised. People will be like, Daniel Sloss died.
Oh yeah. Was it booze,
was it drugs,
or did someone kill him? Like which one of the three obvious
Someone
ones?
religious from America, I suppose. Yeah.
Did Eric finally snap?
But yeah, Joel is so lovely, but he's also a buffoon. He's such a buffoon,
and he was catfished, and then the video, basically he masturbated on Skype to someone, and then she tried to blackmail him, and then Joel did what I think is the best response to that, of he just wrote a show about it and was like, this is going to, and he absolutely owned it. I think the only thing, first of all, lovely dick. Joel Dommett,
I imagine he does.
He does have a very aesthetically pleasing dick. I'm not gay, but like I don't even need to pretty dick, I'd suck it. I don't think he'd let me.
I don't think I would. No, I don't think I didn't get involved with his penis, but me and Joel have snogged.
Have you?
Yeah, when we were both single, we brought back.
And just very lonely.
No, when we were both single, we brought 2 girls back to my place, and we did the typical thing of like, if you 2 girls kiss, we'll kiss, okay?
You did the American Pie thing.
Yeah.
Like, just you kiss and we'll kiss. No, boys, we don't want to kiss. Oh, fine, we'll start kissing anyway. And if you want to join in, no, boys, we're leaving. Our taxi's outside. Okay, we'll take our shirts off too.
Well, maybe we did do the American Pie thing, but ultimately relations happened. We both became successful in the
so it did work.
boudoir area.
Is that French for bottom?
So yeah.
Because you're French as fuck.
I'm as French as you are English.
How dare you?
Literally go fuck yourself.
Sorry.
So people who are listening to this going, oh, I really like Daniel because he's a Scottish pal. He is born in Surrey, England.
Yes.
You need to know this before you're like, Scottish comedian Daniel Sloss.
It's not something I hide, but there was one of the worst things was for years and years and years. My dad told me, because I was born in England in Kingston-on-Thames, moved up to Scotland when I was 4. My family are Scottish. I live in Scotland. I own a house in Scotland. I've always identified as Scottish because it's where I'm from.
Right.
And my dad always told me a phrase which I loved, and I used for years, which was, just because a horse is born in a sty doesn't make it a pig. And then I found out 3 years ago that is a Bernard Manning quote. And when you notice that, you go like, oh, you didn't mean it about me, did you? Like, now that line has very different meanings. For years, I've been quoting just one of the most racist things. Just because they're born here doesn't make them one of... And I'm like, oh.
I love that you were born in England and you moved to Scotland and you identify as Scottish.
Yeah.
I was born in France, lived in the UK most of my life, and I'm still like, I'm French. We both are like, let's just not get involved in that country.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's Brexit ourselves out of this.
But you touched it last. No, I touched England last. Fuck, I guess.
You touched England last.
Oh.
I've not been to England since Edinburgh. August.
I was in London last week doing the Comedy Store, and it was bloody lovely. This is perfect. You and I are out in Washington, D.C. at the moment, doing comedy clubs at the Draft House Comedy Theatre. Should we have any listeners, we are doing 2 shows on Saturday, which will be the last ones you can see. And today we went to...
Today we made America great again.
We went to Trump's inauguration, and we wanted to go in as neutral as possible. Like, obviously, you and I don't agree or support Trump, but we...
It was actually eye-opening.
But not in a good way.
No, there was elements to it that I enjoyed. In that, I went there thinking, this is going to be a mess. They are ridiculous. You know, like the stereotypical Trump people. And all the Trump people that I spoke to were genuinely lovely.
There was, we met a mother and her daughter, and we were talking to them, and we were just genuinely out of curiosity, why Trump over Hillary? And the mother's answer was, because I've read 8 books on Hillary.
Yeah, and I'm like, I've not read any of those books, but I'm interested in reading them. And I've heard a lot of shit about Clinton. Yeah. So... It was interesting.
And one of the nice bits as well, though, for us, is because you always assume that all Trump supporters are racist and stupid. When the Obamas were on the big screen, like 90% of that crowd cheered, and Trump supporters included. There were some boos from the very far right Trump supporters, but most Trump supporters, most people cheered. It was when
Clinton,
when Hillary was on, like it was like WWE. It was like fucking Panto.
It was.
Oh my!
Everyone, even I think Democrats, were like, you know what, you fucked us over.
Totally people who were booing Trump were also booing Clinton. It was.
I kind of felt bad as well for her. She looked like just this little hurt bird. You know?
Of course she's hurt. She was vastly overqualified than the prick that got the job. Understand that we don't. You live in America, but we don't get to vote here. If you're a Trump supporter listening to this, bold by making it this far in all the podcasts in general. But there is just that thing of she did some evil shit, but like
I am actually interested. I'm interested in seeing how he's going to do.
We've had to move. We were meant to be doing the comedy club in DC tonight, and we've now had to move to the comedy club in Arlington, about 5 miles away, because of the riots and the protests going on in the street. Which is, despite the dangers that are going on, pretty fucking cool.
It's fucking hilarious. I mean, we said yesterday what we really wanted out of this weekend was to check in on Facebook.
Yeah,
just to show to our friends
safe on Facebook.
We're safe, guys. We're absolutely safe. Can I also just say, he said, jobs for Americans and products by Americans, and we bought those iconic Trump red hats.
The Make America Great Again hats, of course.
Where are they made? In Philippines.
Yeah. And the other one's made in China. The one of my favorite moments, and this was again, and this is just because I'm a dick, but I love being dicks, and I love seeing dicks. But there were about 50 protesters just all grouped together in the inauguration bit, and they were all chanting at one point, "Not my president, not my president." No, and there was just one. He might not have even been a Trump supporter, but he was clearly just a dick. And every time they chanted it, he was like, "But he is though." But he is. That's what the whole ceremony's for. Like, if you weren't chanting and you were listening to what's going on, you'd understand that right now he's being made your president. And it was just the most sarcastic, childish reaction to people's anger.
He's not wrong, though.
He's not wrong. And I was giggling like a little girl, being like, "That's fucking funny." The music choices were hysterical.
So there was obviously the stereotypical one, the one that he's used quite a lot, the Rolling Stones. You can't always get
what you want, which is hilarious.
There was also Frank Sinatra's, and again, I liked it.
Yeah.
I did it my way. But the best one,
which was
Celine Dion's Titanic song.
Oh God, yeah.
And we were like, "Oh, this is a sinking ship."
It was at the end of the inauguration as well. It was just every night in my dreams. You're like, no way. Like, who is the genius that is doing this fucking playlist?
Oh, I hope it's him. Staying up at 3 a.m. just going, "Oh, this will get the ratings up."
Yeah, this will annoy them. His speech, though, from what we heard, very written down.
So written. It didn't sound like him. It didn't sound
not.
like, the joy that he has and go, like the different tempos and different speed and different volumes that he normally speaks at. This was just I wrote this because I don't want to fuck this up kind of speech. If we could see more of that, and if he does it,
if he gets more presidential, I think, despite whatever I don't like about the man, if he gets more and more presidential, even as someone who dislikes him, that is a good thing. Unless it's all tactical, maybe it's just coming more presidential. I mean, look at how good Obama's run was in our eyes, but still, Obama did a bunch of pretty shitty shit.
Right, but I think every single leader has to. So yeah, I struggle with that element.
But what I'm saying is, because Obama was good and he still had to do evil, like, how much evil is Trump going to do? Right. Like, if Obama still had to do evil, like, you're not twisting Trump's arm to bomb some fucking shepherds.
No.
Like,
I'm looking up. I'm actually quite positive, but what I am upset about is that it's day one of Trump's presidency, and already in the White House website, he's taken down the climate change website, the LGBT bit of the website, and also the civil rights bit of the website.
Jesus.
That's already off the White House website. And that, I'm like, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, it's a little bit concerning.
So that's the sad bit. It was so funny because we went in with a positive attitude because we thought it was going to be a party.
We did.
I thought it was going to be like...
Because the Obama one was... we were talking to people who'd been to the Obama one, and they were like, the Obama one was a proper party. Like, all the protesters were outside. And also...
It was quadruple the amount of people as well.
Quadruple the amount of people. Like, it was dead at the part. We were only about 3 sort of fields back, and it was empty. There was no...
It was pretty empty.
No congestion.
But also, I just thought Trump people would be like, Trump, it's a party! And it was just ultimately a bit sad because it wasn't fully Trump anyway. A lot of it was protesters. It was just sad.
Yeah, well, it was very like I genuinely just got demure. Is demure the right word?
What?
Is demure the right word?
Maybe.
Oh, it's just a bit sad. Like I was expecting to be able to make fun all day or enjoy it a little bit.
But that's because you realise that these people are in power. As soon as they started talking about Jesus, I was like, this is scary.
This is insane. Like, and nobody laughed at the bit where the priest guy was like, "We ask you, God, to impart wisdom onto this president." He's like, oh, "That's what we've been praying for 2 years, cunt." Like, that's not exclusive to today. I would be very interested to go back to Obama's inauguration and see if that line was also in there.
Oh, right. Interesting, yeah.
Because I don't think it was.
It feels like he's going, please, God.
God.
I mean, if, you exist, in my eyes you exist, so please make this happen.
Could you just put some more brain cells up there, please?
Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Let's move on from Trump.
And we can move on to... So you've not only not been on the podcast before, Eric Lamper,
But I'm aware of the medium of podcasts.
You are.
I've done many.
But you've not even listened to our podcast.
I kind of don't care. Like
that
I'm
is
glad
the right
that
attitude to have.
I'm glad that you're doing well. You seem to be doing very well in your career, Daniel.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I've told you I don't care, and you know this.
Yeah. Is that why you want to come into Washington to support me?
Oh, ideally, I want your career to do really well in America, so I can keep supporting you. But also, it's fine.
Yeah. We'll start off with the because I'm interested because you've not listened to the podcast. I'm interested to see how well you pick it up.
Right.
So the first one we'll do is Muggle Corner. Now, for first-time listeners, if there are any, I explain this every goddamn fucking week. Muggles is a term in the Harry Potter books to refer to non-magic people, but it's a derogatory term that me and Kai have started to use for people in the public. And Muggles are not bad people. They're just a bit shit at being people. They're not necessarily stupid, but it's just very plain. Now, we're all very guilty of muggly things ourselves. It doesn't make you a Muggle, but we acknowledge the Muggle things we all do, and if you were guilty of it, you have to stand in the corner for 30 seconds. And to even prove, one of mine is one of my Muggle corners is I'm absolutely definitely in the corner for at least 30 seconds for it. So we'll debate it together. If we both agree it's muggly, it goes in the corner. My first one, the one that I'm absolutely guilty of, Muggles get excited when they get to open a new sponge for the sink in the kitchen. And it's totally muggly. And I'm in the corner straight away. What a treat, though, isn't it? What a treat.
The thing is, a new sponge isn't that exciting, but an old sponge, that makes your hands stink.
Oh, and the plate's
fucking hate that.
And it's all coming off. It's like a fucking homeless dog's like just pelt, and it's just.
The thing is, you've had a home for quite a while, right?
Yeah,
You've had your own home for
about
quite a
5
while.
years.
I've been on tour and living out of people's houses and stuff for quite a few years. Only this year, 2016, have I finally had somewhere I can call home with my wife. And so I'm now starting to enjoy little things like that. Like, just having to buy more sponges, which seems like a weird thing to enjoy, but because I used to live on fucking sofas, as soon as you said that, I was like, I kind of enjoy it. I don't think I relish in the joy.
No, you don't live for it, but it is something that puts a little... Like, the first 5 minutes of that washing dishes, there's a big smile on your face, like, oh, it's a good one, too. Another one for me was... and this is so...
Are we moving on already from the sponges?
No, this is... Right. We can branch out from this and we'll go back. No.
Right.
Another one... Sorry, not another Muggle Corner, but another of that ilk. I remember buying a spice rack from Amazon, right? It was only about $9.99, right? Bought it from Amazon, right?
Was that with the spices included?
You should have seen the look on my... I just thought it was a spice rack, Eric. Just thought it was a spice rack. And then the fucker turned up with 36 spices.
That's fantastic.
Like a
feel?
bargain in it. 36 spices.
Right.
You couldn't get the...
But how long were those spices in there for?
Maybe it was only 26. How long have they been there? There's some of the ones...
See, I like my spices fresh.
Oh, no.
They could have been in there for a year in a factory, in a sort of Indiana Jones style, warehouse.
But they're the dried spices.
I don't know. There's still something about. There's a bit more fresh, mate.
But you're a foodie, though, aren't you? You do that weird thing of eating with your fingers.
Well, yeah. What else do you eat with?
A knife and fork.
A, you're creating more washing up. Right. B, I fucking hate people that judge me because I eat my
I
hands.
don't judge you. I'm just bringing it up because you and me
But
went
not just
to.
you, but people just always, stop eating with your hands. It's like
you
it's steak and stuff. Like,
Do you eat steak with your
Well,
hands?
but the thing-
Do you eat steak
Right.
with your hands?
yeah, well, yes, right? Because, not all the time, but I went to a restaurant where it was, the waiters were blind, and it's called Dans le Noir, in the dark. There's one in London, I think there's maybe a couple more in the world. And the waiters are blind, and therefore the people that visit get the same experience where everything is in the dark.
Okay.
You'll put your hand right in front of your face and you won't see your hand. And so you learn how to enjoy food, so the portions are a lot smaller because you take a lot longer to eat it.
Because
And
you're enjoying the texture and the flavors
Right.
and the smells.
Because
and...
you start taking a lot longer.
Do you not miss the plate?
No, because the thing is, you don't use cutlery because you obviously don't know where you're pointing
Oh,
your
so you
fork
don't
in.
use cutlery?
No, you can. The cutlery's there, but people don't know what they're sticking the
Yeah.
fork in because you can't see anything, right? And so a lot of people choose to use their hands. And one of the great things about this restaurant is that not only do you enjoy the taste, but you're starting to learn texture, and you're starting
And
to learn...
also, nobody can see what a grotty little fuck you are while you're shuffling
also
this
true.
couscous into your mouth.
Because with my fingers...
Dude, what? Okay.
Just... What are hands, mate? What are hands? They're just cutlery already attached.
Not just cutlery.
It's cutlery already attached. Wash your hands. Done.
Yeah, but I don't wank with a fork.
That I do. That I do.
Like, yeah, fair enough that you go, oh yeah, you can eat, but I do know where these hands have been, and even though I wash them thoroughly, like, I don't realise how much I just touch my balls in general. Like, it's not until I'm sitting down on the couch with Jean and she's like, are you playing with your balls? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I am. No idea, it's been done. Girls don't do that. I don't think they ever just
Yeah, but does it affect
randomly
the taste
dip.
that much?
Don't know.
I don't think it affects the taste that much.
It's not germs, is it?
Today you said, don't touch my rice. What did I do straight away?
Touch
I
my
put
rice.
my hand straight in your rice.
And I ate it without giving a
Right,
shit.
and I'm pretty sure I touched my bum.
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes before.
No, well, I didn't know that. That was something that was left out until this moment.
Right, okay. But did you taste the bum?
Well, probably.
No, you didn't. Not
I
once
just-
did you taste it and go, oh, I think there's a bit of bum on here.
Well, now that I think about it, it was a butter curry, but it did come out quite spicy. Like, now that you've given me this new bit of information, now I'm like, but the thing is, I don't know what poo. Thing is, I probably do know what poo tastes like. I just don't know it's poo. I've probably at times tasted things. I mean, in fact, I've licked bum holes.
Yeah, I've licked bum holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
quite
don't,
like it.
mate. I'm a big fan of the old bum licking.
And all the thing is, right, we get constantly pooed in anyway.
What?
Okay, round one for some science. When you sleep with your mouth open, so like insects, animals, they all go...
Please keep going.
No, but because I sleep with my mouth open, right? And so do you, right? I know
Creepy
this
that you know that.
Well, because we've been sleeping in the same bed for the
Yeah,
last
but
2
while
days.
we're sleeping together, could you please sleep during that time and not watch me?
That's why I've been so tired today. I stare and shit in your mouth. But no, little tiny bacterium and stuff. They shit in the mouth. That's why you get bad breath, isn't it? Because you get like bits of food stuck in your teeth or whatever, and then the bacteria is like sort of eats away at it, and then they create essentially effluvia, not effluvia, but they create sort of shit.
Yeah, but it's not poop.
It's poop. It's a type of poop.
But it's not direct poop.
I think it's direct poop. If you put enough of that bacteria poop in one mass, it will create like the same amount of mass that we make.
I didn't know you were fingering your bumhole and then fingering my rice. That was new information.
Always learning.
Yeah. Do you have anything, just before we move on to your one, do you have anything like that? Like the little things, the little stupid things that you get excited by? Like, see me, I see new socks. I used to hate getting socks for Christmas, and then I got socks, but I've said it on the podcast before, but getting new socks, putting them on for the first time. Oh, it's like putting your foot in a vagina. It's just an angel's vagina.
Have you actually put your foot in a vagina? I've put my big toe in one once, just to see what it was like.
For what? How was it for both parties?
It's awkward, a little bit awkward because it's like I felt okay. My big toe is warmer, which I enjoyed, actually quite enjoyed. But very
and she was
difficult.
enjoying it because it's bigger than your dick.
Well, I do have a 12-inch toe, so yes.
Yeah.
But
That's one of my favourite old lines. My dick may only be 6 inches long, but it smells like a foot.
It's good. Little joys that I get is when you buy something new that's wrapped in, I think it's called cellophane. You know, the stuff that's tightly wrapped, and normally you need to get some scissors or maybe a knife to get into it. Or, but sometimes you can use your hand to pick at it. If you successfully do it with your hand, that feels good.
That's a little
Because I
achievement,
sometimes try it with my hand, and if it's too hard, I then go, all right, I'll get a knife. But if I can successfully do it with my hand...
That's a minor victory, yeah. You've beat the system.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. But you'll agree with this one, that muggles get excited by new sponges for the... Because it's not a bad thing, but it's...
But how excited? Is someone going, yes, finally, a new sponge? Or is someone going, oh, this is really nice? Because there's a difference.
But I still think muggles, what is on the ends, it's still...
So even like a tiny
I know the smile everyone does when it happens because I do it every time, and every time I catch myself, see when I'm washing a plate with the new sponge and the new plate is also shiny, and I see the smile on my face at how happy I am, I'm like, oh, there's a fucking muggle.
Right, you're a muggle,
Yeah.
but I don't think I smile with it. It still brings me joy, but I don't think I smile.
Oh, okay, right. Well, maybe okay.
But I agree, it should be in Muggle Corner.
Well, there you go. 30 seconds. What is your first suggestion for your...
I fucking hate with a passion, to almost to the point that I'm tempted to kill them, people that stand on the moving walkways at airports. You know, the travelators.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you standing? It's supposed to facilitate your travel from one end to the other. What are you... Why? Okay, when they're standing there, they're blocking my path and people that are using it properly. But also, like if there was a moving walkway through the jungle, and you could stand there and you're seeing things. Oh, look, a toucan. Oh, look, a panther. Oh, look at these.
If you're standing still, you're just watching people walking, overtaking you.
Right. There's nothing to see at the airport. I fucking hate those. Unless you are disabled or old, you have no right.
I'll forgive you if you're standing on the right side. If you're standing on the correct... If you're not inhibiting my movement, you live your life.
No.
No?
No, I don't. No, I don't agree.
Do you run up escalators?
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Right, but not all the time. Do you ever stand on the escalator?
Right, but that's different.
Do you run around in circles in an elevator?
Very different because
do you jump up and down in
an elevator? The steps up is actually hard work. If you're going like the Angel elevator is the longest elevator on the London Underground, right? If you are going to be walking up that, by the end you've done a fucking workout.
Yeah.
But walking from one end of the terminal to the other end of the terminal, you were going to walk anyway if it didn't exist, and now you get the joy of walking at the same speed, but feeling like you're Flash.
Yeah.
Because you're walking at the same speed, and yet everything is moving so fast. So there's a lot more joy in.
I do love it. One of the things I do, the main problem I have with those, I wish you were. I love walking up, down escalators and walking back, but it's just because it's so public. There's never a chance you're allowed to do it. You know the Travelators in the fucking old Gladiators TV show.
Right.
I've always wanted to do one of those.
But just do it, like in the London Underground or something.
Well, just fuck everyone off.
Yeah, just it's 24 hours soon.
Well, it's gonna be easy. It's already 24 hours.
Mm.
Yeah.
There we go.
Apparently, it's a bit safer because now not all the drunks are on the same tube because.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I understand what you say about like, look, if they stand on one side of the elevator, it's their life. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they could walk faster and get to a coffee shop or McDonald's or whatever they want to eat. But there's absolutely no joy in staying there, right? And it's not like we're saying, can you please run? We're just asking you to walk.
Yeah, just do what you would be doing anyway if this thing
wasn't
wasn't
here. If this didn't exist, you'd have to walk far. And we're helping you to not walk as far. And you're now then taking longer because if you're not on the walkway,
yeah, it was there to speed you up, and you're now making it. No,
you're getting slower.
You've slowed it down. You've slowed the whole process down.
And most of those cunts, if I may,
no, we don't like swearing on this
will
podcast.
always not stand on the right side. It'll always have like stupid.
Oh, the bags.
Kids, right, with bags and stuff, and they'll take the whole thing, and then I have to look like a cunt by going.
Maybe it's because your cough is so French as well.
I hate having to say, excuse me, can you be a decent person and move out of my fucking way?
The guy gets annoyed at how angry I get in airports when people are in front. He's like, just slow down. And I'm like, no, because I'm not. You're slowing me down now. I'm slowing people down behind me. And I don't like. If you're slowing down anyone else's movement at any point when it's in your ability to not, you're a prick.
Yeah.
Look behind. Be aware of other people.
I think just like a motorway or a freeway if you're American, or an Autobahn if you're German, I think that pedestrian walkways, pavements and sidewalks and stuff, they should have lanes.
Oh, I totally do. Fast lanes.
You should have a fast lane, a medium lane, and then like the cunt lane.
Yeah.
Where like if you're too slow, you just you get in that lane.
Yeah, I totally. Yeah. I would love that. Like speed down the. Like there's an old person, people with kids, families, or just not in a rush, tourist lane where you can walk at your own pace, listening to music.
Delicious. Absolutely.
Then you've got a middle lane, which is for you've got somewhere to be, but it's two of you. You're still walking and talking and whatever. Right lane, no eye contact, no talking. You fucking on you go, cunt.
That sounds so nice.
Oh, Trump's America.
Trump's America.
Maybe. I nearly spewed while saying that. Not intentionally, but I nearly spewed while saying Trump's America. Yeah, I'll totally agree with you. Because, if you do not move on the unless you have a valid excuse.
But I'm not saying elevator, because elevator is an actual exercise.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that
escalator,
we are facilitating your walking by allowing you to just continue walking faster.
Yeah.
It's a lot more fun. And you're choosing to become slower.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
It'd be like buying a car and then cutting the bottom out of it and driving like the Flintstones cars. It's
exactly that.
We gave you the ability to go faster, and now you're in the fast lane on the motorway.
And you have to push it yourself so you're slower than walking. Fully agreed.
Cool. My next one. Now this is going to.
So is mine
totally Muggle corner. Absolutely. 30 seconds in the corner for anyone that does that, unless they have a valid excuse.
Oh, I agree with the excuse one. Yeah.
Muggles, and I'm going to sell a lot of comedians down the river here, but I don't give a fuck. Muggles do polls on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because it's Twitter. It's already an inaccurate poll. Like, no poll you do ever on Twitter will be accurate.
Right.
Because you are only asking people on
that already
Twitter.
Like you. That already agree with you.
People that follow you.
No one's going to retweet, generally, no one's going to retweet a poll tweet.
Yeah.
So then you can't get strangers' views on it.
Yeah.
But I will disagree with you to a certain extent. I did it once to find out something about a superhero. I think it was something along the lines of, I just wanted to know who would win in a fight, and I think it was like Hulk, Thor, Superman. I can't remember another one.
Yeah.
Right? And I think I put other to see. And I just wanted to see what people thought.
Okay, that was I will maybe give an allowance for those ones because that is an actual open debate. I'm talking about the fucking comedians polls. Like, is this thing the best thing ever? Yes, obviously yes, or I'm an idiot. You're like, oh, that joke that was done 4 years ago.
Okay, so like the polls that are meant to be jokes and not actual surveys.
Oh, it's just it's the second that joke happened 4 years ago for the first time when the polls came out, and it was funny then, and then ever since then, it's drained to every ounce of respect out of me for any comment. And I, by the way, I'll be in the corner. I know I've done at least 2.
Right.
I've definitely done 2. But I felt dirty afterwards because I was like, this is pretty funny. And then when you get like 2 retweets and only 100 people take part in the poll, I got like 40,000 Twitter followers. 100 people took part.
Wow, you got 100?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Was it just you and you?
I had to keep retweeting my own tweet to over like 7 days to get 100. Wow.
Actually, and even because I feel like as well, I hate when corporate companies try and do memes for the public and stuff. I just when they try to relate to the public, it's like, you don't pay tax, so can you stop pretending you're one of us, please? Like, don't be like, what would you like to see? Nothing. Shut up. Nothing.
Oh, do you mean those sponsored ones?
Yeah, sponsored ones when Starbucks is like, what would you like to see? This Halloween pumpkin spice latte or pumpkin espresso? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Right.
Like, you have stores where you can do this. You have stores where people are buying the thing because, again, you are now getting an inaccurate representation because I don't even go to Starbucks. I've answered those things.
Yeah, but I don't think that's fair. When I go to Edinburgh, right, I don't want to keep seeing your fucking face on the side of a bus while I'm walking. I just want to have a lovely walk, and then, Daniel Sloss, so? That was your last show, wasn't it? So? I don't care.
I didn't say it like that, but yeah, it was.
So, everybody? I don't care. I don't want to see your face.
I went on a date once in Edinburgh during the festival, and the girl had no idea who I was, which I enjoy. I prefer when they don't know me, because then I know they don't have an agenda.
Right.
I find it very hard to have sex with a woman who respects me. Like, if they're a fan, I'm like, something's wrong with you. So she didn't know who I was, and she was like, so are you quite big? And I was like, there's a tough, like ish, like in Scotland maybe. And then the bus pulled up outside Wagamama's and stopped there, and she didn't look, and I kept being like, like looking, and she was reading the menu, but I couldn't be like, because the worst thing I could have done there was,
do you like buses?
Hey, look, it's me.
Right.
Just had to sit, and she totally missed it.
How did it go?
Oh, we banged.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was great. It was very nice sex. Consensual, 3 positions, good.
Did you taste the anus?
I don't think I did taste the anus, because it was only, I feel like you can't taste the anus on a first date. Like the first time you...
Oh, I think it depends.
Really?
Yeah, I think it depends if you know it's going to be like, look, we're never going to hang out again, but let's just end this date.
Yeah, but can I taste your farts?
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone that follows my wife on Instagram. My wife, I don't know how I've done it, is both intelligent and fucking hot.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I can vouch for this. Normally in the podcast we talk about, like, obviously Kai is disgustingly ugly, and his girlfriend is a vision. Nallie's beautiful, she's smart,
so
she's
lovely.
funny, but the degree's quite far. But the degree between you and your wife is...
Even I'm like,
further.
even I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Like I'm punching way above my weight.
Yeah. She is an actual model.
She's an actual model, and someone once messaged her saying, I will gladly rub my balls on broken glass just to taste one of your farts. And I was like, that is way more romantic than what I've ever said.
Yeah, you were like, can I borrow those for my vows? Like, this man's put into words.
Oh, how would you know what we did for my vows? How would you know?
As I've said before, I'll be there for your second wedding.
Oh, that's so nice.
The more I feel this one now is just a bit too vague. I think I'm going to have to narrow it down to joke polls on Twitter, because maybe there are times when the polls are necessary, but joke polls, I'm over them. I'm done with them. They're
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think polls are quite useful, even if it's just to your target market. I think that they are actually quite useful to find out something.
Yeah.
I still would like to know if whoever's listening to this, let me know on Twitter, include Daniel in it, like, who is stronger, Hulk, Thor, or Superman, or other?
Hulk.
You think Hulk?
Well, there was a cartoon called Hulk v Thor, where Hulk basically punched Thor literally through a mountain, like all the way through, just kept punching him until he was through the mountain. Right. But Hulk is not strong enough to lift up Mjolnir, because that's based on sort of nobility and worthiness. I think in the end Thor actually might have won that, but Hulk's a pretty fucking big bad, and Hulk in Planet Hulk went to another planet and beat up a bunch of fucking aliens there. So I'm just like, Hulk can't be killed. Like, they dropped a bomb on him once, and like an A-bomb in the middle of the ocean, and he survived.
Right, but then when he was in a cave with Liv Tyler and he knocked his head on the wall, he went, oh
yeah, that was a weird
fucking
bit.
hate that.
I totally forgot about that.
I hate that with a passion. Hey, that's a muggle. Getting him fucking corner, Bruce Banner. Like, I hate that. He was getting shot in the face by helicopters, going, oh, it hurts, but I'm Hulk. Yeah. And then half an hour later, oh,
yeah, like he stubs his toe on the table and starts shouting at the table, you fucking table, you bastard. I told Liv I didn't want it there. Told her it was a dangerous part of the room to put it in. I said I wanted it over there. Wouldn't have stopped and told if it was over there, but she put it in this part of the bloody fucking cave, bitch. I didn't realise how dumbass that thing was.
So dumb.
I was also the other bit, one of the many problems in the Superman v Batman movie is the bit where he's got the kryptonite spear, and he's like gonna kill the guy. I'm like, you don't have to fly, throw it. Like,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
could-
Oh yeah, that was the one problem.
no,
in
it
that
wasn't the.
fucking
I
film.
said one of the many problems.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah,
film.
I think we could do an entire podcast about how awful that movie was. What is your second Muggle corner?
Second Muggle corner, people that involve me in group texts with annoying people, and the annoying people are the ones that ask constant questions of things that they could Google.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, let's
Where's
all
the
meet
show?
up.
Where it was street?
Where is it? What street? What time is it? What day? And just all of that, and then I have to feel bad for going, guys. Can you just not involve me in the group text?
Yeah.
Because I don't care.
Just tell me. Clearly, this group text is for people that are unable of gathering information themselves.
All of you decide on the date. Once
me.
you've decided, go, Eric, are you free that date? Yes, I'm coming. No, I'm not coming. Because ultimately, I don't care. I want to hang out with friends. So I don't care what happens. You sort it out. Stop involving me in these fucking annoying questions. It's like, at least with Facebook, right? You know when Facebook you have group messages?
You can leave those.
You can leave.
You can
Even
leave-
though Facebook is a snitch and says, Eric has left the conversation. Don't make me look like a dick.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get involved with the preparation of constant questions. Is it 750 or 751?
It would be funny if when you left a Facebook chat, if like Facebook just did a little animation of a door slamming. Eric has left the group.
Well, you could just leave a GIF before.
Yeah,
leaving.
slamming door. Yeah.
If you really want to make a scene.
I'm a big fan of group text. I've got a bunch of groups, and some of them are
But that's because you. This is why I said group text with annoying cunts.
right? With muggles essentially.
Essentially with muggles.
Yeah, you're saying,
Right.
yeah. If you, but what this is we're not criticizing the muggles here. What you're saying is you are a muggle if you bring other people into it, like people that are just so annoying. The fact that you've forced me to interact with muggles now and be aware of their day by proxy makes you a bit of a
It's
muggle.
just annoying, like group emails. There's the reply and there's reply all.
Yeah.
Reply all if it benefits everybody. Reply to the person that started the thread if you just want to know something that we already know.
Yeah.
Reply if it's a simple question that you could have fucking Googled.
Yeah.
Or reply all if it's like, hey guys, I can't wait to see all of you. Here's a picture of my dick. Like, that would be... maybe not that.
Yeah.
But like,
And then everyone else leaves the group.
no, but you know what I mean? Like, you are involved in group text with comics, and you constantly out-comedy each other.
Yes.
And it's just fucking hilarious. You don't then go, guys...
Yeah.
admin. I just hate people that involve me in their fucking admin.
Yeah.
I have so much shit to do.
Because I'm a big fan of organisation stuff. Like, I'm very good at organising things. But my thing is, I will.
Are you?
I organised your stag do, which was a great stag do.
Yeah. And what happens after a stag do? It's a wedding, isn't it? Please don't talk to me about organisation. You are one of the worst people I know.
Yeah, it was bad.
Stag do was amazing, though.
Stag do.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and it was the worst part about your stag do was the day Robin Williams died.
Yeah, and again, organisation-wise, you could have said, hey guys, this is Eric's stag do. Maybe no one mentioned it to him because I know that he loves Robin. But instead you went, Everybody! Robin's dead!
I didn't say it with a joyous grin on my face. The reason I said it was because my mum sent me the news, and I'm like, it's a party full of comics. All comics are on the phones at all point. Everyone's going to get the news. I'm like, either I can let this bleed out slowly throughout the thing, or I can just rip off the Band-Aids and get this over as quickly as possible. You know, for a lot of that party, I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Celia Piccola thought that I'd said Robbie Williams. And she didn't understand why all the comedians were upset.
Oh, Robbie Williams, the singer.
The singer from Take That. All these comedians,
he's a good singer.
all these comedians being like, "Oh, he inspired me. He's the reason I got into comedy." Like, she's like, the guy that sung Angels. My final Muggle corner.
So is my group text in the Muggle?
Yeah, if I would yes.
So
because-
Muggle, it's yes if it involves sort of admin, unnecessary admin.
unnecessary admin, because you couldn't organise the thing yourself. Just send out. That's why Facebook invites are great. You just go, here's the event, here's the date, here's the venue. Click attending, not attending, whatever. Don't turn it into a fucking group thing. My final one: Muggles do dry January. Right? If you're going to go sober for it, there's nothing wrong with going sober. I absolutely fucking respect that at all. But don't.
You respect it because it's something that you will never be able to achieve.
Yes. But I understand why people do it. People have their own reasons and for whatever, and it's a great thing to do for your health and whatnot. but just do it. Just do it at a time. When you wake up hungover one day, you'd be like, well, I'm raising awareness. No, you're raising awareness of how much of a fucking nerd you are. You're raising awareness of how dull you are, that it required a special month for you to be able to do anything positive in your life. Like, I just can't.
Okay.
Sober in October. Shut up, cunt.
I agree and disagree, and here's why. I agree that you don't need a month to do it. At one moment, I had to do like a dry month, just because I was drinking every day, and I asked one of my friends, I was like, is drinking every day alcoholism or not? Because I'm not drinking, like, because I need it, because, oh my God, I'm starting to shake.
I'm drinking because I love it.
I'm drinking because I love it, but I'm also every day going, I could do with a pint.
Yeah.
And so then I'm
I'm
going,
so functional on it.
Right, but needing a pint every day, I'm like, is that a problem? At the time I was like, is that a problem or not? I'm now like, it's not a problem. It's just fun. I enjoy having a pint. But I had to do about a month, and I did it. I think after Edinburgh, when I was in LA, I just did a month off.
I find it I've done sober months before, and I remember just because I was waking up at like 8 a.m. because I've been going to bed at like 1 because I'm not hungover, drinking. I don't need to sleep as well. Waking up at 8, doing all my chores, doing all the house, doing a bunch of work, answering all my emails, going to the gym, and then you get to 1 o'clock in the afternoon when I normally wake up, and I'm like, I've done everything. What do sober people do? Because it's not like if you're sober and you have a day job, which is you've got the 9 to 5 to fucking distract you and all the drive into work either way, which is if you're doing sober, totally fine. Like, but for me, I'm just like, there's too many hours in the day. You just sat there going, I don't know what sober people do.
It's true. Like today, we had a couple of beers after Trump's inauguration.
Yeah,
we said we should have actually just had a few during.
Yeah,
it would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, after we saw a tank today.
Yeah, standard, innit? It's America.
Oh, it's you know? Everyone had guns.
They love guns. They love cars. Yeah. Stick them together.
Yeah,
car gun.
Car gun. We call it. Yeah, it's some of the stuff to do with the amount of guns. We saw a lot of snipers, and the fact that
I tell you what I enjoyed. I saw the police on every form of transport. So I saw police on horses, boats, helicopters, feet, tank, cars, trucks, the army Hummer. I'm pretty sure I saw a Segway one.
Yes.
A bike, a bicycle, motorbike, all in one day.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They're getting around to it.
It was like police bingo.
I do feel sorry for the police officers, like, because this must be like a stressful time for them, but also like a fun time. Like they're for the good ones, they're protecting and serving. That's what they want to do. They believe they're doing the right thing. Imagine being told you're the cunt on the bike. Like, imagine the day where like, right, Steve, you and
you get the tank.
You and Jenny, you're in tank duty. Clarissa, Michael, I want you on horse patrol. Jeremy, Segway.
And you got BMX.
Barry, yeah. Bike. Do you reckon he's the one that gets mugged off by all the other police officers? Just being like, how's your little bell, huh? You're going to scare her off the road. Ding, 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 ding.
Shut up. Hey, terrorist. Gling, gling, gling.
Beep, beep, stop it. Beep, beep.
Stop it. Agreed.
Dry January. Cool. That was a very quick and easy one.
But so, I was going to say, some people do need the sort of new year to do something. So it doesn't have to be, so, you know, the whole New Year's resolution, even though people are bad at keeping them.
I say we've already put New Year's resolutions as a Muggle thing, and the New Year's resolutions were in Muggle Corner.
Fine, agreed. Then we're done. Perfect.
Good. Right, what's your final Muggle Corner?
People who take their shit job seriously.
No. Absolutely not.
So...
Absolutely not.
I hate them. And here's what I mean. So one example, I was on tour, Holiday Inn, and I went downstairs to get some breakfast, and I went bare feet because it's a fucking Holiday Inn, right? It's not, you know, Trump Hotel where it would be wonderful. It's the Holiday. Oh, actually, it was the Holiday Inn Express, right? Yeah. And I'm going downstairs to get some breakfast bare feet.
I'm already on the hotel side.
No, go fuck. I'm eating with my hands.
Like, I'm on their side. You're an asshole. Stop trying to take society back.
No, it's my holiday, right? It's called a holiday.
You're in a Holiday Inn Express. Yes. You don't get to pretend this is the fucking Algarve and you're about to eat fruit on the beach and you want to feel the sand between your toes. It's sticky holiday. Wear your fucking shoes, you disgusting bag of shit.
Here's why. Okay, so two things. It's called a Holiday Inn, right? If it's my holiday, right, in Cardiff, if I want to say...
But it's not your holiday. You just said you were on tour.
Right, but they don't know that, do they? I rented a room at the Holiday Inn, right? I like to eat breakfast. I wake up and the first thing I do when I wake up is shower, eat some food, and then I leave, right? I don't want to have to go, oh, can I put some shoes on? Right? That's not my first thought. Secondly, at the fucking breakfast tables, there was a child of about 7 years old without shoes. Did the manager say anything to that child? No! Oh, the child can have whatever he wants. But an adult man, that was so rude of him.
No, that is not a man taking his job seriously. That is a functional member of this society being
Why
like...
is the kid allowed to do it?
Because he's a kid.
Oh, are kids allowed to rape? I mean,
For the same reason that you're not allowed to shit yourself at the dinner table, right? If a baby does it, nobody goes, get that fucking reprobate out of here.
okay.
If you start sucking on...
If an adult pushes it out, that is rude. If an adult accidentally shits himself, it's not his fault. That's fair. That is fair. If I'm pushing it out, if I'm at a dinner table and I'm pushing it, and I'm looking at you in the eyes and I'm pushing a shit out, that's fucking rude. But if I'm like eating with you and then I do a little fart and then as I fart, shit comes out and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. That's a different thing. And so fuck that kid, fuck that manager. It bothers me.
But right, in the same way that if there's a kid crying at a table, I'm just gonna go, right, it's a kid. If I'm at dinner with you and you start fucking bawling, just, they don't have any Cocoa Pops at the age of 30.
I wouldn't cry for Cocoa Pops, but I would. You've seen me cry before. Actual, genuine things like mental health issues, right? For anyone that hasn't guessed by now, right? You've seen me cry at actual things, and you've never made me go, "Oh, fucking."
Because we weren't in a restaurant, but but you were crying stoically, like you were like it was. If you're bawling over nothing at a restaurant, I'm gonna be like, Eric, shut. Like if they kick us out, at no point am I like, well, this is rude. You're ruining other people's dinner.
Right. Okay. Because of the noise, I agree. Having no shoes on, if anything, makes less noise. Walking with shoes, more noise than walking bare feet. And I don't like that. And so another example, I went to see someone's show once, and
With
there was
no shoes on.
no clothes. I was rubbing my dick and then putting it in there right. But like no, I was watching someone's show. There was no more seats, so I just watched from the fire escape, right? From the fire exit.
Fire
Right.
and health and safety hazard.
Now, that's technically a health and safety hazard. But I was one of the comics that was on later on in the same venue. I said hello to the stage manager. I said hello to all the staff. It was really lovely. And they knew who I was, right? And I was like, I'm just going to stay here quietly. I just want to watch this comedian. And they were like, no, it's a health and safety hazard. And I went, okay, but if there's a fire, I promise I'll leave.
Yeah, I'm not going
Right?
to stay.
And they were like, no, you can't stay. And that's when it bothered me. Because I was like, if there's a fire, what do you think I'm going to do?
But he's not done.
I'm going to block the exit. No, guys, come on. Like a weird game of...
Are you getting hot up the back there? Who's getting hot? Oh.
Of course I'm going to leave. Of course I'm going to leave.
See,
And she took it so seriously.
for me, when you say someone takes their shit job seriously, see when I've been in like McDonald's, right? And which I get, I've never worked at McDonald's or fast food, but I understand that it must be tough to go into that job with a like passion every day.
Right.
See when one of those guys or the girls has the biggest fucking grin on their face and they nail their fucking job. Like, see when everyone else is like being a lazy fucker in the back and they're like, oi, this guy needs his fucking pancakes right now. I'm like, you're my favorite person that works here because you are taking your job. Because that's how you get promotions. That's how everyone else who's not taking the shit job seriously, that's why you're going to have shit jobs for the rest of your fucking life. Whereas you, who are taking the shit job seriously and fucking owning it, you're going to move up.
I agree with that, but that's him still providing a service for you. While I'm saying that this person could allow me to just be in the fire escape.
They're power tripping.
Yeah, it's just
So
unnecessary.
it's like bouncers is what you're saying, a lot of bouncers.
It's like you're being unnecessary because you know I'm going to leave if there's a fire.
Yeah.
Okay? And the feet thing, look, once I got my breakfast, I'm at the table. I'm going back to my hotel for 5 hours. I don't want to have to get dressed in my shoes because I wear Converses. So I have to do all the laces and stuff. It's just annoying. I'm saying... Yeah,
Could you not have put socks on?
What I'm saying is, if you allowed me to be at the dinner table without shoes, I would say most people wouldn't even notice. And if someone noticed, they would have gone, fine.
Yeah.
If you saw someone without shoes at the breakfast table, would you genuinely, my truthful answer, would you genuinely be bothered, or you'd be like, fine?
I wouldn't say that, but I would be like, that's a bit weird.
Right, it's a bit weird. You might even judge the guy by going,
Yeah.
it's a bit gross because the floors are... But that's his fucking prerogative, right?
Yeah, as long
it's
as
not
he's-
ruining your day. It's not like he's putting his dirty feet in your plate, right? It's just he wants to walk bare feet.
So, but with your muggle thing, there is it's more power tripping though. It's more unnecessary enforcement of rules.
Okay, my apologies. I phrased it wrong. You're taking it quite seriously.
Which I know you hate. In that case, I will allow it. Kai did one which was fucking hilarious. Was we were at Loft Bar 2 years ago during the Fringe. We left at about 4:30 in the morning, and just as we got out beyond the last bit of bouncers, Natalie was like, "I need to pee," and Kai was like, "I'll just go back in," and the bouncer wouldn't let Natalie back in to pee, and Kai was like, "Guys, she just came out. Like, that's my venue. I'm gigging there tomorrow. Can my girlfriend please just go to pee?" The guy was like, "No, I'm not going to let her pee." And Kai's like, and Kai goes, "She's pregnant," and she's not pregnant. But
Right.
he goes, "She's pregnant." And the guy's like, "No, I'm not letting it back in." And now Kai's like, "You're not going to let a pregnant woman pee," right?
I did.
Which is fair. But now Kai's getting angry about the hypothetical situation he's
But he's
created.
right, because I'm now all of a sudden angry.
Yeah,
Like, if this woman is...
but she still wasn't pregnant.
He doesn't know that.
Yeah, but he guessed.
He doesn't know that. At least she's got shoes on.
Oh, right. Let's just go through them again.
Go on.
Um,
Pause. Can you pause?
Yes, I can pause. And we are back. So just to run through quickly, all the Muggle corners we did there was you are a Muggle if you do comedy polls on Twitter. If you get excited by a new sponge for the kitchen, I'm in the corner for that one. And if you do a dry, January, which I've also done before, so I'm also in the corner for that. Fuck. What were your three again?
Mine were if you take not you take your job so seriously, but you play the power that you have in a shit job. Not saying that those are shit jobs, but just the chill out with the power.
Yeah.
What were my three?
And then the moving things.
Standing on the moving walkways, and
Yeah.
then we should be in the Muggle corner for this.
Yeah, we should. Group texts where you bring other Muggles because of your lack of organisation.
Admin
Yeah.
in the group text.
And now on to our final round. Your dad jokes. You've not done this before. I'm very interested to see what you've come up with.
Oh, I
but
don't know. Yeah.
I will go first.
Okay.
Your dad is a blow-up doll.
All right.
Yeah. So, I don't know how your mum managed it.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. Your one?
Your dad is so lovely that it's quite obvious your mum cheated to create you. Because you're an awful person.
Your dad got kicked off the pub quiz team for failing a drugs test.
That's believable. Your dad is so tall that some of his income has to be spent on regular visits to the chiropractor instead of his children. Doesn't he look like a fool?
At least he's got a straight back, though. Your dad's safe word is your name.
I've tried safe words. What's your safe word? Have you ever had a safe word?
I've never needed one. I'm not a pussy.
I think mine was pineapple. I think we once came up with pineapple.
And then she brought out a pineapple and it was mixed messages from then on in.
We were like, oh shit. Your dad is called Martin from the Roman name Martinus, which comes from the planet Mars. So expect Elon Musk and thousands of other men to be on your dad in the next 60 years. Am I right?
You know how some people can flip their eyelids inside out?
Yeah.
Your dad can do that with his foreskin.
Nice. Your dad touched a mosquito, and that's how the Zika virus was born.
Not even the mosquito drew blood from him. You just touched it. Your dad wears a vest to the mosque. Just turns up in a fucking white beater. He's not even Muslim. Just
Get
turns
out
up-
of here, Dad.
He's not aggressive when he's there, but he's
But you know what's nice about Muslims? They say you're allowed to be in without shoes.
I knew you'd like that.
You know what? I've had breakfast with Muslim pals is lovely. Your dad starts group text and everyone immediately leaves.
Your dad put up missing posters around the block looking for his self-respect.
Did you find it?
No. Not big enough reward.
Your dad doesn't listen to your podcast.
It's not true, Dad. I know you're listening. Your dad's motto is, any swing's a sex swing if you're quick enough.
Your dad is one of those awful people who will chalk the end of a snooker cue every single time it's his turn, and yet will miss about 85% of shots. Which is frankly a waste of everybody's time.
Your dad got banned from the doctors for throwing money over his shoulder during a prostate exam.
Every time someone throws salt behind them, for luck,
Yeah.
your dad's behind there just to catch it with
in
his mouth.
Your dad skims CDs at the beach.
You what?
He just, people skim rocks, he skims CDs.
I actually quite like that.
Yeah, just
Depends what CDs, right?
Yeah, just all the ones that reminded him of your mum.
So sad. But fair. Your dad is my dad's bottom. And my dad's not gay, but he will fuck your dad just to show how dominant he is.
No matter how many times I tell your dad it's bad luck, he still continues to open up umbrellas inside his asshole.
Your dad's penis is so long but so thin that it would take Lady and the Tramp about 30 minutes before they kiss.
That is a belter. Oh, what a perfect way to end. The only thing is we have to put this. I've just been on the fucking phone to Kai. He's now releasing one, so this probably will not go out until Monday. So next week, I've got some gigs in LA, which are all on my website. Do you have any gigs or things you'd like to plug?
No, I guess the two things I'd like to plug is I do two podcasts. So one is called the Comedian Cinema Club Podcast.
Which we're about to do?
We're doing one with you where it's like a one-on-one with comedians about their favourite films and stuff. And there's actually a few other sort of movie-themed podcasts. So Comedian Cinema Club is a cool one. And then I do one called Topical Island, where every week, well, most weeks, I get stoned. And on my own, I try and fill half an hour of nonsense.
Nice.
And it's silly. Like,
Yeah.
You can't take it seriously. I totally get it if it's not your cup of tea because it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, but also, like, these are the fuckers that listen to this podcast. They'll listen to anything.
So, like, and also, like, in case you're the police and you're like, it's illegal to smoke weed. I live in California. It's fully legal.
Oh no, we've been stoned on the podcast in the UK. Like we have joint breaks. Some of our fans who I absolutely love for this, me and Kai have joint breaks where we just pause the podcast, and apparently some of our listeners also pause and have a joint then. Which, if you're one of those
so
fans,
lovely.
it's one of the coolest things.
I can't wait to have fans.
Apart from that, Eric, thank you very much for being on the podcast. And you guys, I hope Kai's podcast was fun. Talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.